Hey everybody, clearing. So this is a gorgeous crystal that one of the beautiful DFs found on the dig last weekend. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. It's so amazing, little bit of amethyst. Anyways, enjoy that little eye candy and let's get into it. So today I'm going to do a chakra reading and see where the counterparts are mirroring. But first off, I'm just going to get some cards and see what do the DFs need to know about the journey and their counterpart right now. So what do the DFs need to know about their journey right now? Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What do the DFs need to know about their journey? The new beginning is coming. I'm going to get one more. What else? So have faith, trust, know, end of heartache is coming. I'm going to get one more. So we're in the in-between, I just heard. Things are clearing out. Even if you don't see that in the physical, just know it's all progress, yes. Stay neutral about your preferences and agendas when it comes to someone else and focus on self. Ground the love, affirm the love, know the love. First person, let it all play out the way it's meant to, Divine Feminines. Yes, there are secrets that haven't come fully to light yet about your own empowerment through unconditional love. So when you can totally let go, you're going to learn the secrets of the heart, the blessing that loving, being someone who's able to love, what that does to you. And that's going to be a true empowerment on a new level. So masks are coming down, but all kinds of subtle energies regarding the other person are being melted right now. This is a preparation where you're truly being asked to just go with the flow, not need to know, Divine Feminines, and just trust that it's all working out. What do you need to know about your DM right now? So the mirror of the DM for the DFs right now, what do we need to know? Ten of Swords. This is the storm before the dawn, before the light breaks in. So this is you just being in that energy we just talked about and letting it all fly, letting it all go. This is where the true epiphanies come in, Divine Feminines. So your divine counterpart right now is on the verge of a breakthrough. Let go of the past, let go of how it is, just trust, just know. Growth is inherent in life and aliveness, and so let it be, let it happen. We don't need to know anything right now, DFs. Just keep aligning with your true self, loving yourself. What can we see for the masculines? What do the DMs need to know about the journey right now? Okay, we get separation is an illusion with they are wanting this more than ever. This wish card fell face down. So they're turning this separation around. They know that they have, so that message that came through a couple of days ago that the DMs are the only ones missing out if they don't go towards this, because the Divine Feminines love profoundly, unconditionally. So that love is ready, willing, and able when the DMs want to come towards it, but you are so diligent, DMs, to not come towards something unless it is something you really want. But there's this growing desire here, and into the future there is climbing up and out of karmic behavior patterns, leaving certain karmic partners behind, going towards your passion, the flame. So they want to come out of separation. DMs, you are wishing for it, and that's going to pave the way to show you how to achieve that. But just know that separation is an illusion. This is a magnetic love, and you are being shown how to go forward because you are starting to want this love, there are things that implies you need to do in your life, and that's how your instructions are coming in from higher. What do the DMs need to know about their DF right now? That your DF doesn't have all the answers, DM, that they are on this journey just like you are. So don't feel ill-equipped or behind or out of the loop. Just because your divine feminine might be psychic, intuitive, does not mean that they do that regarding this connection, or that they've got it all figured out and somehow withholding. So that goes both ways. The feminines sometimes think the masculines know what's up and are lording it over them. But this is also saying that your feminine doesn't know all the answers. They're working on this deep understanding of consciousness and love. I think once we get to a critical threshold in this journey where we both realize the other doesn't have it all figured out, and the resistance to just seeing where the other one is legitimately at, like this profound realism, just to connect and talk and be real. When that is reached, that's where these unions can come in and people can get to know each other really well, because in lots of cases the twins don't know themselves well enough to be able to represent that with someone who can see them on the soul level. It's a very interesting paradox on this journey. So just remember, divine masculines, your feminine is a reflection of you, and feminines, your masculine is a reflection of you. Let me just say it this way. We are all creator beings, but we are not our God selves in our entirety. We are also here for the human experience. And so it's more of a magical treasure hunt that we can play together with our counterpart than put that pedestal. I'm being told to do a little channeling about worship, and we are meant to worship each other in the sense that we adore, we appreciate, we have gratitude for. I woke up this morning and I had sacred tears, and I actually thanked the divine for my person in my life. And I said, thank you, divine creator, for my person. Thank you for showing me love. I receive this love. I drop the resistance to this love. I'm ready to be loved by this person that I adore. I'm ready to drop the resistance that this person could not possibly want me as much as I want him. So be it. Okay, so let's go into a chakra reading. So thank you, divine creator. What can we see? Crown chakra to root. Where are the alignments coming in closer to union? Feminines with this deck. What can we see for the divine feminines on all of these levels? What can we see for the divine masculines? You know, by divine, I just mean tapped into the energetic, tapped into knowing that this life is somewhat of an illusion, that we really can create any reality that we want. And we're starting to learn exactly what that means and how that happens, because this love is inspiring us higher. We're always busting through the previous limitations, and that is the most important thing to remember. Growth is love. Uniqueness, growth. Onward and upward, everyone. Okay, crown chakra. Awakening to source. I love it when things like source consciousness come into the crown chakra, because when you have a healed crown chakra, you're not afraid to use God. The words God, divine, creator, Allah, you know, all of them. Whatever it may be, you are open to that. You profess it. It's in flow. You acknowledge that there is something greater than us that has produced this reality. And so soul confidence, reassurance, source essence. So on some level, we are taking the focus still off of the counterpart, off of the love that we feel in these connections, and redirecting to source as the credit of this connection. And I'm being told to demonstrate again that the prayer I had to source about gratitude for my person is an appropriate alignment. When we appreciate that we are so magnificent, that we manifested our dream person into our life, that they really are impeccably perfect for us, and that because we've desired to be loved in all the ways that we love ourselves, the divine has allowed for this reality to be reflective of that. And so remember, everyone, if this is your ideal, what you want is wanting you. Energy works that way. Believe it. This is this source essence connection. For the feminines, what do we get? The Hermit. So there is meditation on the destined path here. The Hermit talks about alignment with the Hermit's staff and the star that they're focused on, meditating on that destined path, the higher path, not the fated path. This is the mystic energy that comes in and points the north compass, or the compass to north, and says, I want to take my life in the direction of the impeccable. I want blessing. I want abundance. I want aliveness. I want to be that layer of reality. There is a loyalty to the things that we love, that excite us, that fulfill us, that bring us peace, that keep us growing, that keep us on our edge. The Hermit is this solo, internal awakening to those aspects at any given time. So divine feminines are consciously looking to the star path of destiny, what their alignment needs to be to continue further on that path, what they are loyal to, the things that make their hearts sing. Those are the things that they are triangulating with in order to keep going, and all the while listening to that higher guidance, source energy that gives the reassurance, the confidence that keeps them going. And divine masculines, 9 of crystals, autonomy. So divine masculines, you're not so worried about what others would think, or what your counterpart would think, how they would judge, or how they would think that you were not lovable enough or good enough in some way. This is you holding your own, and between you and source, knowing that you are so beautiful, that you are so unique, that you are filled with this always ever-present ability to see your God self, to connect with source, and to let that comfort you. And that can keep you, I'm being shown the owl and remembering the separation is an illusion energy that we just got. So this is even in times of drought in this relationship, even when your counterpart is not on the scene. This is you going to creator, source, and finding solace, and trusting the process, trusting that you need to go through certain developmental stages, and that your feminine needs to go through those, and that it is a mirrored collaboration. What can we see on the third eye chakra? Artistry, expression, community, and celebration. So right now it is a time for community, for the intuition of the twins to be shared within community. How are the feminines doing this? The devil, they are the way showers through the illusion. So devil in the reverse, there are no limitations. The feminines are showing others right now in their social circles, in their friend groups, in their business circles, in their families. They're showing by living an unbridled life, I just heard. So the feminines are demonstrating how the mundane can be liberating, how there are no true limitations, how there's no need for secrets, for lies, for shade, and that there are better ways, more empathic, more compassionate, more love-filled ways of looking at reality. So the feminines are showing those around them in community. They're celebrating the wins rather than pointing out the pain stories. And the masculines, divine justice. So I just heard windfalls and lucky breaks. So the divine masculines are seeing how there is a cause and effect, that the scales of karma are perfect, that what they put out, they get back. What they don't put out, things fall through. Divine masculines are understanding on a third eye intuitive level in community, in friend groups, that if they don't put heart contribution into things, they don't get. Yes, divine masculines, you are the common denominator in what you're manifesting or not in your social circles, in your career, in your fulfillment, your happiness, and in this relationship with your divine counterpart. What you put out there, you get back. So this is the tipping point, the fulcrum I just heard, where the masculines are really seeing they are so important, they are potent, and what you put out there, divine masculines, must come from this autonomous connection to source, so that you know what is good and right and true, so that you don't get karmic backlash, so that you're not throwing shade. And the feminines are seeing certain things, divine masculines, in beautiful ways that are eliminating the guilt and shame about the shade. And as you become more accountable, your feminine is more apt to see how everything that's happened is a developmental stage and not an ego-aligned definition of your character or who you are. So this journey is teaching everybody involved to see a deeper level of cause and effect. The energetic, what you put out, you get back. What goes around comes around. So divine masculines, you are having karma served, but you're also in this celebration where you're also seeing that you're starting to see good things come back. Random acts of kindness are more immediately returned. You're starting to feel so much better about yourself. Glass half full kind of energy. Okay, throat chakra, communication. So the great elation, reconfiguration, cycles in gratitude. Yes, how beautiful that I woke up with a gratitude prayer. I mean, I'm grateful every day, but I sat there for a moment and consciously really went deep with it. I felt it in my bones today. And so everybody here, there's a reconfiguration of what we are to be grateful for. We are to be grateful that we can love. We are to be grateful that we've had all these opportunities to see what love is. And we are to be grateful for what is to come. To everything that has happened, I say thank you. To everything that will be, I say yes. So this is where we are at in the communication of that, in the ears to hear, and the Holy Spirit, that alignment with love to come flowing through us and to channel out into the world. How are the feminines connecting with this? Queen of Cups, this very majestic sort of way of looking at the love in all things, divine feminines, and being grateful. You know, there's nothing like gratitude to slice through the illusion. And masculines, seeker of flames, yes. This little bit of divine justice coming instantaneously back. Remember, that can be karmic backlash or that can be blessing being returned. So that's coming around and it's catching the masculine's attention. They are grateful. They're going to the altar. They're putting down more burden and seeking higher. And so there is a reconfiguration. They're not being reckless with their energy anymore. They're being accountable. They're coming into alignment. I just heard there's no one like their divine feminine waiting like a diamond in the rough for the masculines to be entrusted with that safekeeping. Masculines have to understand this energetic cause and effect to be able to show up with a divine feminine and not derail that. So the masculines are in energetic court right now, being shown in no uncertain terms, cause and effect. and they are starting to count their blessings and going to the divine. So some might be praying. This is about communication on the throat chakra. So some might be asking the divine for direction right now consciously. I just heard getting me out of this quagmire. So some divine masculines have gotten themselves into shit situations. How do you say that? Shit situations. That's what I just heard. So also they're becoming more and more grateful. What really matters, I just heard. So they see themselves as worthy of having a deep, satiating love, and they want to keep tapping that, I just heard. They want to go deeper. The Queen of Pentacles card is coming up, and you know, that is such a grounded, whole energy for divine feminines. The masculines see the divine feminines as the Queen of Pentacles right now. They are in the Queen of Cups energy, but there is a real Queen of Pentacles. That's the physical access to the nurture of the feminine, to that love. Beautiful. And I'm getting the sense the divine masculines are saying to the divine, what do I need to do to get there? How do I reach my divine feminine? How do I access that level of home energy in the physical as a way of life? What can we see for the heart chakra? Spectrum generator, reprogramming, transmutation, and stabilization. So this is a foundation of gratitude that's coming in, that's permeating community and friend groups. There's a little bit of ripples still phasing out the old timelines, but there's a reconfiguration where the new is becoming more predominant. How are the feminines reprogramming and transmuting and stabilizing? Three of Wands, by not needing to know how it will turn out and trusting in that higher connection to source, that this is I just heard a source show. It's not just our show. This is source rolling out through all of us. And so opening the eyes to watching that source show play out through these journeys, through everything. It's coming through us. Yeah, rev it. Did you hear that? Rum rum. Exactly. It's 22:22 on the clock. So it's about keeping open to what is and not sweating it if it's not in alignment with what you know on your heart to be true. Just being grateful that we are going through all of these things that pave the way for what we're asking for. It says stabilizing. It is better to go through these rites of passage while coming into closer and closer union than to be karmically slapped together and go through all this shit-suation after being in union. These unconditional love relationships allow for this knowledge of each other and the journey to play out before, so it qualifies the union rather than coming together prematurely and then being blown apart because there wasn't a strong enough foundation. So we are getting this foundation. Spectrum generator is talking about the range of experiences that we are witnessing in this journey. And if we know anything now, divine feminines, it's that we don't really know how it will play out, and we're just meant to bear witness to the range of it to find that middle point. Masculines, abundance. Here's the Empress rising. So they're seeing you, divine feminine, in new ways, that you have overcome the emotions, that you are balanced, that you are rising up from the pain. In many ways, the masculines have done things that are dastardly. I just heard that. And feminines, you are resilient. They see that nothing gets you down, and they want to be so much more like that. They want to have this kind of love. They want to gain access into that inner circle in your love, in the sunshine of your love. They want to understand how you can keep forgiving them. They've gone through all manners of curiosities, wondering how this robo-feminine energy, how you can keep seeing them as relevant in your life. They want to know how you could possibly forgive them like that, how you could see the soul of them. But they do see you and their own abundance coming in as they purify their actions and understand that it doesn't matter if anybody sees what they've done or what they're doing, that if they are authentic, they get authenticity in return. And they see you as having done this in your own right as well, more and more. And it's one thing to theorize this concept and another to see how it works and rolls out in the 3D actually. And so they are seeing that. They're seeing something. Your life is being transmuted and stabilized, divine feminine. They see you purifying towards this. They see themselves doing this in unexpected ways. It's like after the fact, they're like, oh my goodness, I've become what I always said I believed in. I actually just demonstrated it to myself that I am this new person. And there are these very real awarenesses when they aren't in that high frequency. It's becoming more obtruse when they aren't. So this is interesting. The ego is being removed from the heart. The aperture of the heart is dilating so more love can come through, because the fear and those lower vibrational sabotage energies are being removed from the heart space so that love can come through. Solar plexus, adventure, exploration, and discovery. This is giving me the feeling that when we don't have a guilty conscience, we are free to play. We can have adventure because we trust ourselves. We know we're not going to make the wrong moves, or AKA things that don't hit the mark. We're going to trust ourselves to just have good, clean fun. Can be sexy and hot as heck, but it doesn't need to be low vibe and shady. It can be fiery and passionate and creative and innovative and exponential and next level, but it doesn't have to have that adrenaline-based shade. And so this is a time we've cleared so much that we don't have that guilty conscience, and we're free to see real, true, at home in our skin interactions out into the world, because we're grounding this energetic knowledge into our physical. It's not guesswork anymore. How are the feminines experiencing this? 3 of Pentacles, absolute in the 3D. Green elf cup is the mushroom that's on this. There's a nature connection I'm feeling in the physical. Like the feminines are bringing in this elven, fairy, enchanted, playful, twinkly energy to their lives, because they have this intimate knowledge of what it feels like to be free from the care of whether others desire them or not. I just heard. I'm getting some of the sensual clearing, the sexual clearing that the feminines are going through in this new cycle, where they're not blinded by masculine advances or afraid of that anymore, that they are balanced out and they are just not distracted in the 3D. I'm being shown that this is an Empress illusion here. You've come into your own knowledge of self, so you're no longer overwhelmed by emotionality of fear or lust or temptation. You're rising above all of the insecurities, divine feminines, and this is an embodiment in the 3D. What are the masculines experiencing with this adventure? Changes in the physical, balance. I just heard they're representing your connection, even when others don't realize they are. They're bringing it in. They're beginning to ground it into the physical by honoring you, your energy, making their decisions as though you are by their side. Even if you are not right now, they are planning. They are making major life changes. I just heard buying houses, letting go of friends, considering moves, cleaning up their negative self-talk, all the while with your energy there, rooting them on. They are looking heavenward as well, desiring to equally consider your feelings. I just heard your energy. They have the yin yang here. They've got you and them on equal par as they consider certain things. This is a new adventure for them because they have typically been self-focused, out of trauma, out of self-preservation. They have only looked out for themselves. They've had to. That's not the same as being self-loving. That has been a survival mode. And as they love themselves more, there's this affinity with the divine feminine, and this is a new discovery. It's galactic transporter. They've been transported to a new dimension where they see the value. Their heart is inspired because you are so impeccable in the physical. This is the 3 of coins and the 2 of coins. This is beginning to bring you divine feminine into their physical world in a balanced, justified way. I'm hearing they've also realized it's happened organically. This was not something that they intended to do when it started. And now that it is taking root, they are so grateful that it was orchestrated by the divine, that you were brought into their life, that they are experiencing this unfolding, that they don't have to control it. The pressure is off them. They just have to access it by voting for it. And this is a brand new way of manifestation that is empowering and energizing and encouraging rather than draining and soul-sucking. So the masculines are now seeing that they can also be receptive to the goodness showing up through your connection. They're seeing also how you have not harmed them. You have had their back. You have loved them. You have been all the things love is. And they are saying, I would be a fool not to allow that to come in more and more. Where else am I ever going to find that? And this is an exhilaration they haven't felt this way before. And this is because, feminines, you have been aligning and embodying this into your way of life. You have become someone who walks the walk and talks the talk and is this Empress. What is the sacral chakra doing? Okay, ceremony, chamber of incantation. So this is like a sexual meeting in the sacral chakra. I'm being told that we can all say a prayer and desire to have this love-based sexual connection come in. What are the feminines? King of Cups. This is that growing love we saw in yesterday's masculine reading. Twice the King of Cups. The actions that are rolling out right now in the masculines' lives because of this great deal of sacred love that's building, that can't be contained. It has to come out in a way of life for the masculines. So the feminines are, I just heard vowing to wait for, I don't want everyone to be in waiting energy, but wait for the revelation that they are essentially saying they believe in this love that has gone unexpressed to some degree, that they are seeing that love, the proof of which is the evolution that the feminine has undergone, and how much more embodied we are, and good in our skin, good in our conscience, good in our life, and what we are getting behind in our choices. This is the love. And so thanking the universe for being such a delicious being that can experience this stuff. The feminines are welling over with so much love, but it's becoming this low-key awesome. And so there can be this invitation to consciously say, I just heard love or above feminines. So no more breadcrumbs, no more saying that's good enough, no more longing, pining, desiring someone who doesn't show up, who isn't showing up, shifting the focus from that and looking at what is the lesson in it, what is the relevance to me. Everything is there for your viewing pleasure if you have eyes to see. And so this is that sacred love welling up. There is a sacred inner masculine love. Your inner masculine polarity is making mad love to your yin right now, divine feminines. It's like waves of activations showering your femininity with gratitude for being such a lover. That is beautiful stuff. What are the masculines evoking? Progress, mental progress. They don't want the karmic situation anymore. They want to go towards this next level manifestation. They want to say yes to this. They are saying yes. They have said yes. They're seeing some results. They're seeing the balance. They're seeing how they consciously think of you in all they do. They are preparing. I just heard making a home for you. Divine feminine in their heart, they are opening to believing that they can have this love with this unusual situation, not situation, and they are readying themselves by believing in it. There's just these revelations of belief in this, which is the surrender, the inner yin. Divine masculines, your inner feminine is making mad love to your inner masculine by showing you how to allow this, by causing you to receive, by pampering you, by saying you deserve this love, that you are a splendid being who has proven themselves by being accountable to what is good and right and true, and it's like it's bowling you over and having its way with you, and you just get to enjoy that intense amount of pleasure that comes from allowing the love of your feminine voice. And this is major progress, that you're not resisting that anymore. What can we see for the root chakra? Intention, mental breakthroughs, and ideas. Dimensional planes of perception, number 4. So everybody is seeing from a more healed root chakra what the next level of directive that can come in will be. The feminine's 5 of Swords. So instead of looking at things in the victim story and the lower vibrational, this is the gratitude. This is the affirmation that you are someone who can love, that you can love immensely. And so this is a new way of looking at the whole connection with gratitude. But that also does not imply that you're meant to always be at odds or at a distance. This is for a purpose. Being receptive with what is the doorway to walk through so that more can come. When you focus on counting the blessings, that's the train you jump on, and it picks up speed as it leaves that station. You're no longer looking at thinking you need to take breadcrumbs or be in scarcity. You're now here for the things that actually show you love, and your eyes will be open to more and more of that. The more you learn to spot it in unusual places, the more you will celebrate it, and you will finally see your masculine. If it's your true twin, they have been doing things to show you the love. I'm hearing, baby, if you want me, you gotta show me love. Words are so easy to say. You gotta show me love. So yeah, the masculines have been trying to show with physical shows of love. They are not necessarily the emotional, sappy ones. They've been demonstrating things, and if you've been missing those things, their confidence is rocked. That doesn't mean they have to be indirect, but they have been putting feelers out. They've been throwing down things, and you may have been missing them because they haven't been saying it, or they haven't been doing it in a way that is desired by you. You may have been overlooking some of those things. So right now, divine feminines, really consider, is there a more loving interpretation to some of the things that your masculine has been doing that you may have missed because it wasn't in the container you thought? And the masculines are getting ascension. So they are rising up and out of a learning phase, trial and error. They are in that energetic court right now, learning the inner workings of cause and effect, and seeing what they put out there they get. They are rising above. They have already risen above, but now they've kind of had that growth spurt. They're starting to see that they are different. They're getting a different response from their reality, and things are changing. And this is a huge breakthrough because it's a unilateral change that they're starting to witness. It's like the previous clothes are too small. They've got flood pants on right now. They've grown. So divine masculines. I'm just laughing also because I feel like somebody's divine masculine wears flood pants, and that's a personal sign for you. Really cool. Okay, let's get an intimate card. What can we see for the feminines as far as receptivity of these connections? What is it that the divine feminines need to know about the cutting edge of the intimacy in these connections? One card. Yeah. Ace. Okay, these came up in the upright. So we get 3 of Roses, Ace of Feathers, and 5 of Feathers in the reverse. So we just actually had, where did it go? We just had, the last card we had was the 5 of Swords, which is the 5 of Feathers. It's totally disappeared. That's very unusual. Where did it go? Yeah, it's gone. It was right here. I know I read that. That was funny. Seriously, that card. It completely disappeared. What the heck? That's so funny. I've had twice on YouTube, I've had cards spontaneously appear, and this one just poof, gone. Well, it came out again in the reverse here, which means capturing the thoughts appropriately, harnessing the free will, and being able to have these breakthroughs. The Ace of Feathers is the sword of truth that sets us free. When we have this healed root chakra, the story we tell changes, it evolves. Healed people tell a different version of the story than the traumatized or the in root healing. And 3 of Roses, that's the 3 of Pentacles again, this embodiment of sacred truth. You must align with this stuff consciously within you in order to see it as the diamond in the rough in your reality, divine feminines. You have to know what you are looking for. It's all there. It's hidden in plain sight. But when you come to the revelation of it, then you can access it in your physical reality. What you do for self, you do for twin. What you want, wants you. Okay, divine masculines. It's never been so true. I've just covered in a wave of goosebumps. Divine masculines are also getting 3 cards. There's the World again, the Sun and the Emperor. There's that cheeky Emperor. So these all came out in the reverse. I'm going to flop them like this. So the Emperor is going to be celebrating this connection in broad daylight for all the world to see, I just heard. And there is an ascension. So the root chakra sometimes looks like a rocket blaster to me, and I see the divine masculines healing the root chakra and then levitating like and, you know, coming forward. Divine masculines are preparing a home. That means the seat in their heart to choose you. Divine feminine, this is happening. The masculines are choosing on a new level to come forward. Yeah, okay, I'm just being asked to read that World message. So in the inverse, what have you learned from your experience? Are you ready to start a new adventure? Well, we did get adventure, discovery, and exploration. So yes, the divine masculines are ready. And we just turned this up. So it's in real time right now. They are wanting to get to know their feminines more. In the upright, she's arrived, the queen of the dance floor, dressed in the stars, lost in her joyous shimmy. You have completed the journey that began with the risk-taking, optimistic fool through to the sophistication and the experience of the world. You've had some shake-ups, paid your dues, had moments of glory, and gone through some changes, and now you've made it. There's nothing to hide. Exactly, for all the world to see. Yeah, masculines, you've gone through it all. You've checked this thing out from every angle, and it's love. It's really love. It's really love, divine masculines. You're never going to prove otherwise. I wanted to say so. You can stop trying. It's safe. It's safe, divine masculines. And divine feminines, it's safe to believe that what you want wants you. Just allow it. Many blessings. Bye for now.